Man, this is 5, 6, 7 straight nights of wrestling and all this wrestling and stuff. But we're going to bring you the AEW Reacts live from the couch because we got to put a commercial in the overrun. Not only is there overrun, but then there's a commercial in the overrun. Man, so I didn't even take notes. I was going to spitball for 5 minutes, and then that's going to be the video. And then everything else, you got to watch the main show. All right. I did, for the most part, loved Hangman Page. His opening promo, he was the right guy. He was the only guy, one of the only guys that needed to come out. And I like to start being the leader of the AEW locker room. That's the start right there. Being the leader. The unsung hero of the AEW locker room. All those who made those sacrifices. The thank yous. I loved it, loved it, loved it. I know people at AEW just like to curse just for the heck of cursing. But we didn't even hear the last, your closing words in a promo because you wanted to curse. So, AEW can have great show, great pay-per-views, but AEW is still going to operate the way that they do and can turn people away. That's just what it is. But overall, other than at the end when he was bleeped out because he was cursing, I thought Hangman's promo was pretty good. MJF and Athena, both Casino Gauntlet contract winners, laid out their mission statement. Pretty good stuff there. Both of them cannot wait to see where things go. MJF, you almost take for granted how great he is. You just take for granted sometimes how great MJF really is. MJF is the truth. On the microphone, if you notice some of the words that he used, CM Punk's old words. You thought you were the best. I'm the best. I'm the best in the world. In Chicago, by the way. And Athena, great reintroduction of her. And she's a different beast for Toni Storm. So I can't wait for that to get going, if that gets going. We'll see. And look, I got to give credit where credit's due. I hate the Young Bucks. I love them today. And I love that, hey, you know what? They're miserable and you chronicle them being miserable. That's good stuff. That's what you got to do. All right. Things I did not like from the show. This is bad. You're coming off of the most successful pay-per-view you've ever had. And look, I get it. You're broadcasting from smaller arenas, which is smart. You don't want to broadcast from a half-empty arena. So I understand. But I couldn't help but to think to myself, man, they're taping their television show at Playhouse Square, at the Agora. This is the second biggest wrestling promotion in North America, and this is where they're taping Dynamite. This wasn't a good television setting at all. And it's just terrible. By the way, shout out to the guy who kept taking pictures during the Toni Storm promo in the background. And he kept getting caught. I think he realized he was on television and kept getting caught. Goes to smiling, taking old school photos and stuff. It was the way it was shot. It was like he was the only one there. I know he had a buddy there, but the buddy doesn't end up on television. It's him. So I feel bad for the way that was shot. Also, no advertised appearance from Darby. No advertised appearance from Swerve. And I understand Will Ospreay is injured, but A, no video package, or B, he's just taking time off. Critical errors here. Not good, considering these are the main parts of the story. And I talked on Sunday or Saturday about how this Avengers finish worked because you had active superstars. And we don't even get a video package kind of explaining why Will Ospreay's not on the show and why he won't be on the show for a while. We don't get an advertised appearance from Swerve. He pops up when Okada shows up, but Swerve should have been advertised earlier in the show. Maybe you should have came out to either a face-off or something with Hangman. Or is this something backstage? Something, anything. It's your biggest baby, other than Hangman, Swerve's your biggest babyface superstar. Not even advertised for the show. Not even advertised. No updates on Will Ospreay. Oh, he's just out indefinitely. Nothing. And then Darby. Everybody's excited to see Darby come back. No video package. No nothing. No appearance. No nothing. Just a rare mention. It's the little things that they keep missing. Why do people want to come back the following week? It's the little things that they keep missing. Oh, so you have great wrestling? All in all, I'll be honest. There were a few things I liked, but once again, AEW, they do not get a passing grade for me for their first show returning. Oh, and I didn't mention on the All In reacts about Adam Copeland, who decided to. He explained he didn't come out there to save Christian, so there was no reason for you. It was about FTR, but you have your weapon. You go out there at the pay-per-view, run through your entrance, and then run down. That didn't make sense. Then you come out and you say, all right, I'm really back to face FTR, which is fair. Okay, fine, because they took you out. And then, Stokely comes out, has a prepared statement. By the way, he says that Adam Copeland would be fired. That message should have came from Tony Khan. So that didn't make sense. Maybe it was fake. Who knows? But boy. Try to do better next week. Just try to do better. Again, I don't mean to be all negative, but man, you wonder why you don't follow through on momentum. It's the overall totality of the show. Certain things that they do that just doesn't. It doesn't. To be perfectly honest, there's certain things that happen on the show that are turnoffs, and you don't want to come back. I had high hopes for this show. I really did. The entire show wasn't horrible. That's not true. But there are certain things that I trust in Tony's ability to build a good roster, put out quality wrestling matches on pay-per-view. And while he's getting better at telling stories, I still don't trust his ability to put together a television show. And that's why that show at AEW has been losing viewers in droves. I don't mean to be negative, just telling you the truth. All right. we got a podcast to do tomorrow. Well, it'll be out Friday morning. Side Hustle Wrestling Podcast. The full podcast you can watch on Facebook, on our Facebook page. Side Hustle Wrestling Podcast with Double A and Kyle. AA and Kyle, you can type that in. You can also follow our social media channels where we have our top 10 list. And we're going to have a good time because we have so much wrestling. That's maybe the other reason why I'm a little irritated by tonight's show. A lot of wrestling. A lot of wrestling. So we'll dissect it all. And we'll have some fun. All right. Thank you for watching. I'm going to bed. Remember again, all videos brought to you by W.Energy, W.GG. Type in the promo code SHWP10.